What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Now in this video I'm going to be showing you a brand new method for promoting Maxbounty or other CPA marketing offers. This is a brand new, never before seen method, so make sure you pay full attention to what I'm about to tell you. Alright, so let's get started. So here I am on offerwall.com and I'm looking at offers to promote, and you can go to your Maxbounty account if you want. If you have a Maxbounty account, if you have another account, CPA Marketing Network account, you can go into that account. But I'm using offerwall.com because I understand that not everybody has a Maxbounty account, so that makes it a lot easier. And so once you go into this page, the next thing you want to do is you want to go to categories and you want to type survey. The reason we want to do that is we want to promote these so-called surveys, right? And these are the surveys that people fill out and they can make money from home. And that is why we're going to be focusing on the make money online niche. This method works with a lot of niches. So towards the end of the video, I'm going to tell you some of the other really good niches that this method works really well with. But in terms of this tutorial, we are going to be talking about surveys, okay? But I'll tell you later some of the other niches you can go to promote. So once you have surveys here picked, you don't have to pick networks, you don't have to pick countries. You're going to see a lot of surveys. You're going to see almost 1,500 different offers that you can promote. And later on, you can filter them. That is not the point right now. The next thing you want to do is you want to go to Google Sheets and you want to create 2 sheets in one spreadsheet. So I'm just going to call the CPA right here. And what I want to do is I want to create 2 tabs or 2 sheets. One is tips, the other one is offers. And you're going to see exactly why I'm calling it this way. Now for the tips, we need content. For the offers, we already know this is the stuff that's going to go into the offers. And I'm going to show you in a second. But right now we need to get tips, okay? And so what you want to do is you want to go into Google and you want to type something like this: top 20 entrepreneur tips, okay? Any of these articles is going to work, okay? I basically picked the first one here, so I'm going to open the first one. And they're all very similar. I have an ad here, but here's the article: top 20 entrepreneurs give 20 tips to get to 7 figures, okay? And so here's the first tip, here's the second tip. This is the user, and this is the actual tip. So what you want to do is you want to download this plugin called Scrape Similar. This is a free Chrome plugin. And once you do that, if you right click, you're going to see Scrape Similar here. And when you do that, you're going to get all the tips. Now what's beautiful about this is that we're just getting the bold stuff, which is kind of what we need. We can also do what I say. We can remove the strong. And now we have the entire tip. But this is really nice because we have the bold and the actual tip, and we can use that. So what you want to do is you want to go back to the strong, which is this bold part, and you want to hit copy to clipboard. You want to copy to clipboard, and then you want to go back to your Google Sheet. You want to go into tips, and you want to call this. So this is going to be the name of the tip, and this is going to be the description. And that is just the way I name it. So the name is going to be the bold, that first sentence, and the description is going to be the whole paragraph, okay? So you can make it, you can even say short, long, okay? So maybe that's a better way of calling it, right? And so you want to paste that tip. So what I did is I pasted it. I'm going to delete the first 2 lines because these are not tips. And now as you can see, I have 20 tips. So if I select it, I go in here, count 20, and this is perfect. Now we're going to go back to our list, this entrepreneur.com or Forbes.com list, and we're going to hit Scrape Similar, and this time we're going to remove strong, and we're going to have something like this. And now we have the entire tip. We also have the name, but that is fine, right? We can work with that. So we're going to copy this, and we're going to go back here, okay? We're going to go back to our thing and we're going to paste it. Now we do have the name, so you got to remove the name. You want to remove this, you want to remove the name. You want to remove, you got to do a little bit of work just to make it simpler. You got to remove the name. All right, so I went ahead and removed all the names. And now what we want to do is we want to format it correctly, okay? You want to format it correctly. And this is going to take you like 5 minutes to do. and it's gonna pay back in dividends. It's gonna pay back in the type of offer you're gonna be able to create. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this real quick. All right, so now take a look at this one. We have short and we have long. I'm gonna bold it, and now we have the short version and we have the long version, and this is perfect for us. The next thing we need to do is we need to do the same thing for the offers. The offers is gonna have name and maybe a description, and then your affiliate link, right? Affiliate URL. This is gonna be your affiliate link. We're gonna go back to this and we're gonna select it here, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna do the same thing, scrape similar. I'm gonna get all the offers. I'm gonna copy to clipboard. I'm gonna close this. I'm gonna go back to my Google Sheet and I'm gonna paste it, okay? You don't even need description, so I'm gonna remove description. And then you need your URL, right? So I'm gonna format this, and the URL, I'm just gonna put google.com. This is gonna be your affiliate URL, right? Wherever you're gonna be sending the traffic to. Okay, you're gonna expand it here. You're gonna do this. And now we have a lot of offers. So we're gonna remove this. This is just a blank row. And that's it. So now we also have 20 offers and we have 20 tips. Okay, it's a coincidence, right? So we have 20 offers. You want to change it around a little bit, right? You want to change the name, but you can do that yourself later on. So I'm going to bold this. Okay, so now we have the Google Sheet ready. The next thing you want to do is you want to head to this amazing tool called Thunkable. You're going to go to thunkable.com. You're going to sign up for your free account. They have a very, very generous free plan. When you do that, you're going to be on this page. You're going to hit Start Building, and you're going to create a new project. I'm just going to call it CPA. I'm going to check this box here. We're going to hit Create. And what we're going to do is we're going to create an awesome app. We're going to create a really, really great experience for these users. And this is one of the easiest tools out there for creating a high quality app that you can let your users interact with, and that way you're going to be getting affiliate commissions. I'm going to show you exactly how we can do it. So the first thing you want to do is you want to hit this plus and you want to add a navigator. We're going to add a bottom tab navigator. When we do that, we have, look at this, we have 4 screens. So I actually have 5 screens, but we don't really need this. So I'm going to delete that by clicking here. And now we have 4 screens with tabs, with everything set up, and this is awesome. And so what we're going to be doing is we're going to be building a very, very simple app that's going to be showing them entrepreneur tips. This is going to be called something like entrepreneur app or whatever you want to call it. And then they can also go out and they can also make money using surveys. And this is why it's going to be such a great app. So I'm actually going to use 3 screens. So I'm going to remove this first screen. Once I do that, I have just 3 screens here, okay? So we're going to go in here and we're going to fix it up. We have this tab bar here and we want to fix it up correctly so that it works correctly, right? All right, so now we have 3 screens and we have 3 tab bars. So in the first thing we need to do, we want to go out and we want to drag this data viewer list because we are going to be showing them the tips. Okay, so we're going to expand it. You can do it however you want. Expand it here. And then we're going to go to connect to data source. We're going to hit create new and we're going to pick Google Sheets. And we're going to call this name, create a Google Sheet. I'm just going to call it Sheet 1. And we're going to say select sheet. I'm going to log in into my Google account, that account that has the Google Sheet. I'm going to connect it to my Google account. And I'm going to select this sheet right here. Okay, we're going to select it. And as you can see, it's right here. This data source is that CPA, what we called it, and we have the table tips. So for this data, we're going to be using tips. And this is where we're going to actually display the tips. Okay, and so we need to specify the kind of columns. We're going to say short and we're going to say long. And that way it's going to display all the data here, right? We have the title and we have the subtitle. So we can even do something like title, and this is going to be short. And when they click on it, it's going to go to the long version. I'm going to show you exactly. We're going to also rename this. So I'm going to say this is going to be tips, or actually entrepreneur tips. And this is going to be something else, more tips. Actually, this is going to be entrepreneur tips, and this is going to be called home. Okay? And this is going to be learn more. And this is where they can actually go out and they can use the affiliate offers, right? So if you look at it, this is using table tips. We're just using the short, and now it's going to display our data. So now if we run the app here, we do a preview, you're going to see. So take a look at this one. Build relationships, take care of your health, don't compare yourself to others, etc., etc. Now, when they click on it, it's going to go to this screen here, and that's going to display the long version of it. So I'm going to show you how to do that. This is awesome, right? And the other thing that you can do is you can have a label here. So you can drag and drop a label, and you can call this label, entrepreneur tips, something like this, right? You can make it bigger. You can center it. You can even center it if you want. Look at this one, text align. We can do center. We can do, whatever font size. We can do 26. Okay, perfect. We can make it even font style, normal italic. You can change the font. All of that is absolutely configurable. Font weight is bold. That looks pretty good to me. Let's make it a little bit longer. Okay, and the data is there. So when you run the app, you're going to have the data there, right? So do not worry about it. You can click on view data, and now you have all the data here, right? You can go to offers, and you have the data there as well. So that data is definitely there. You can also configure this data source. You can do all these labels, all of these interesting things you can do here. So we can make it even a little bit longer. So maybe something like this. So now if you preview the app, it looks beautiful. Take a look at this one. All of these tips, and you can click and you can go to the next one, right? So we're going to go back to editing. And now what we want to do is that we want to configure this second screen, and we're going to drag and drop a label. We're going to center it. We're going to make it really long. And this is going to show them the entire tip. So take a look at this one. Right now, this is going to be where the entire tip is going to show up. The next thing you want to do is you want to go to this data, and you want to go to blocks. And we need to create a little bit of logic. It's not too much. It's not very, very complex. It's just a little bit. And so here we're in the blocks. Remember, we were in design first, right? When we designed it, take a look at this one. It's all showing up perfectly. Now we need to go to blocks, and we're still at the home screen. What we want to do here is that we want to click on this data viewer, and we want to drag and drop this block here. So when data viewer list item click, when they click on the tip, we want to redirect them to the second screen, and we want to show them the entire, the whole thing, right? And so the first thing we want to do is we want to save a variable, right? We want to save a variable of whatever they're clicking, right? We want to know the name of the tip. Are they clicking on the first tip, the second tip? And so you want to do exactly what I'm doing here. And the next thing you want to do is you want to open the second screen. We're going to navigate right here. You want to drag and drop, and we're going to navigate to entrepreneur tips, okay? And that's all you have to do. And now on entrepreneur tips, we're actually going to get the data, and we're going to show that correctly, okay? So now if we go here, what we want to do, very, very simple. You want to say when entrepreneur tips is open, meaning when that screen is open, we want to actually display the tip. So we're going to go in here. We're going to get value, right? We're going to get the value for the tip. We want to get the value, but we also want to set the value on the screen. And that is, we need to use the label, right? So we need to click on label right here. We need to click a label, and then we need to set the label to the actual value, okay? And that is why we have this. So we're going to drag that here, and then we're going to drag this right here, okay? Now the row ID is actually a variable, right? We need to actually pull up this variable. So we're going to drag it here, and we're going to put row ID, because that's what I called it. So if I go in here, it says this row ID, and that is the name, the number of the tip. And so what happens is when they click on that first screen, it goes to the second screen, and then it pulls up. We don't want to do short, we want to do long, right? So we're getting the value, we're getting all this, and we are setting it to the long. So I'm going to show you exactly. And so if I preview it, I'm going to show you exactly how it works. So if I click on the tip here, you see how it shows the whole thing. Don't compare yourself to others. If I go back home, I click on build relationships, right? Build relationship, business influencer, etc., etc. I go home, listen to your customer in sales call, etc., etc. The only thing we want to do is we want to go back here and we want to go to design and we want to make it a little bit nicer. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag and drop a label. So this is actually a cool label. I'm going to drag and drop. I want a similar label here. And so I'm going to put it here. I'm going to center it right here. We are going to set text align centered. We're going to make it 22, I think it was. Font weight is bold. And then we're going to call it entrepreneur. You know, you can call it something entrepreneur tip, right? Whatever you want. We're going to make it a little bit bigger. We're going to center it. And this is where they're going to have the tip. And this learn more is going to have the affiliate offer. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to this data viewer. We're going to drag and drop this data viewer here. We're going to create a label as well. We have a label here. I'm going to center it, font align center. We're going to make it bold. I'm going to make this 22. And we're going to call this learn more. Something like this. And now we have this table, this beautiful table. Look at that. It's all aligned perfectly. And we need a data source CPA. The table this time is going to be offers. And now we have title, right? So we're just going to put title is going to be the name of the offer. And the affiliate URL is when they actually click on a link. And we're going to do that in a second. So if I go, I'm on learn more, I'm going to go into blocks. And what I want to do is if they click, if I go in here, data viewer 2, item click, I want this. I wanted to redirect to that URL, right? That is exactly what I wanted to do. There you go. Open link. We're going to put that here. This is not going to be thunkable. This is going to, we need to get the row ID. We need to actually get the value. And so we're going to go back to this data viewer, data sources. We're going to get value right here. I'm going to put that there. And we're going to put row ID. This is going to be not tips anymore. It's going to be offers. And we want affiliate URL. In offers, in affiliate URL for row ID. Because that is what they're clicking, right? And that is where it's going to redirect them to. So let's try this out. Let's try this app out. And if I click web preview, we have our tips. Craft your identity. We have craft your identity. Listen to your customer. Listen to your customer. Let's try one more. Take care of your health. Take care of your health. Now, if I go to learn more, we have our offer. So you can probably expand it a little bit more. And if I click on any of these, it should redirect it to Google because that is the URL I'm using. So as you can see, I just clicked, it went to Google. If I click on this one, it's going to go to Google as well. Now, obviously, in your spreadsheet, you're going to have your affiliate URLs here set up correctly. You're not going to have google.com everywhere. And the other thing you want to do is you want to close this preview. You want to go to learn more. You want to go to design. And you want to fix it up a little bit, right? You want to make it maybe a little bit more, something like that. That looks good. So something like this screen right here. And you don't want to have label here. What you want to do is you want to say loading tip. Because initially when you click it needs a second just to load it up correctly. Let me show you what I mean. So if I preview this, I click on here. Okay, so it loaded automatically. Build relationship, so there's no delay. But if there was a delay, it would show that loading tip for you, okay? And so once you're done, you can live test it on a device. You can share it. You can click with share. You can generate link here. Very, very simple. You can download it and publish it. You can do lots of interesting things, guys. And this is just the beginning. You can do a lot of amazing things. One interesting thing that you can do is this entrepreneur tip. You can also have a button here. You can have a link that says learn more, and that's going to redirect them to a random offer, or maybe, you know, the first offer or the second offer or anything you want. You can do so many things. It really depends on the kind of flow that you want. And as I promised you in the beginning, I want to share with you some other niches where this works really well. So Another niche this works really well is weight loss, fitness. Top 20 fitness tips, top 20 fitness ideas. This is going to work really well with that. Another niche is going to work well is dating, right? Top 10 dating tips, and then show them a bunch of dating offers. And so I actually create these apps and I promote them myself in all kinds of ways, free, paid, etc., etc. So if you want me to make a more comprehensive video, maybe on a different niche, let me know in the comments below. Maybe you want me to talk about my promotional methods, some ideas that I have, because I've been doing this for quite a while now, and I can show you what's working and what's not working. So if you're interested in more in-depth study, this tool is amazing. This Thunkable tool is the best out there, right? This is better than anything else. You can create a lot of really interesting and cross-platform apps. So they're gonna work on Apple devices, they're gonna work on Android devices as well, and they're also gonna work on the web too. So if you wanna see more information, more comprehensive tutorials, leave me a comment below and like this video to show your appreciation, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. All right, guys? So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will see you real soon.